what about just getting away from the politics just for a sec? Like, what do you have like a routine, or do you have like what things put you in the best flow creatively?
I definitely have to have a balance of pieces that are not about politics and not about social stuff, and then also just other hobbies. I mean, I play drums and guitar and keyboard a little bit just to shake it off. You know, I don't plan to do anything with it. I don't feel like that's what I'm putting out, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, just any of the other things that I can do to kind of settle myself and remind myself of like how I want to feel, how I want to be. You know, I make a bunch of just very weird art and weird stuff that has no base in reality right now, which is it's therapeutic, it's fun, it keeps my my hand sharp for things outside of arguing. But it's you do that for a while, and then something egregious pops up, and you feel obligated, like, oh, I have to do something, And there's one of the other things is there's a lot of times when something will happen that will be perfect fodder for a good illustration, because it's offensive or it's wide-reaching or whatever it may be.
You mean like an event, something you've seen?
Like, yeah, like an event, and if I miss it or if I don't do anything, it only has a small window where it's effective, and it's kind of like cracking your knuckles to get it out. You have this tension that's building up. So I would love to have 5 times the amount of time I have, so I could make a new piece for every kid in a cage, every horrible thing that I see that I can't get to it in time.
Yeah.
But you need the balance. I can't be entirely on the political fight 24 hours a day, nor can anyone, nor should anyone be expected to be. But I think that there's the responsibility to do it, to make that kind of work. And then there's the responsibility or the self-care of doing things that are more in line with what keep you sane and keep you grounded and keep you kind of remind you of what you intend to be, what you wanted to be when you were younger. That's another thing, is like, being an artist and being one that's like working now. That's what I always wanted to be. I always wanted to do what I'm doing now, and I'm really, really fortunate there. And that didn't come from being just known as the political artist, but you develop those skills in the things that you're passionate about, and then that skill set becomes a toolkit, and then you can apply it to other things that you're passionate about. Like every creative project I have will have multiple stages, and I try to get my fingers on designing some part of it, or doing something that's like, oh, I'm still doing my art, but I'm doing this, or I'm doing whatever,
Do you? So I'm sure you draw every day almost, right? Or do you have like a set time that you do it, or like do you just do
morning
it
till night, man? I mean, I work from home, so I'll wake up and I'll make coffee and scroll like an idiot for 30 minutes, and then if I have any projects that need to be done, or I also have the online store with like shirts and stuff, so if I have any orders that I need to, I do the business things first, and then I'll work on whatever projects, like illustration projects I have, and if I get enough of that done in the day, or if I get finished in the day and then have more gusto, I'll keep drawing. Like I've drawn for 20 hours in a day, and then because it's for me, like I would be trying to do this if I had to work at a warehouse. If I had to, I would be trying to spend my time doing it. So it's fortunate that I get that. I can do it anytime, all the time. But yeah, I very rarely go a day without drawing something. Like ever.
You go late into the night then, sounds like sometimes.
Yeah, and because I like have no expectations of being up at a certain time, there are weeks that I'll be waking up at 8 p.m. and going to sleep at 1 p.m. And that'll happen like forever, and I can't shake it. Yeah, I don't see the sun, for a long time. I can't shake it for a while, and then something will happen, where I'll sleep longer or something. I'll get my schedule back. But yeah, it's like it's the Wild West at this house, where I could be awake at any time and doing whatever. But I keep myself focused, which is the only way that's profitable, that I'm able to continue doing it. So I have to get the work done, quite a bit of it is political work or something. But, I have to get any of the projects done. And then, if I'm not doing something for myself, another art piece for myself, I'll be doing one of these other crafty creative projects to keep myself sane. Keep your hands busy kind of mentality.
How many projects would you say you average like doing have ongoing at one time?
There's usually maybe like 2 to 5 going on at any time that are in different stages. So, some will be in the early sketch stages, some will be just finishing up edits, different clients. Sometimes they're bigger projects. So if I do like a mural or something, I've done a few like really large murals. When I'm out on location in another town or something, I'm not able to do as much of the freelance stuff, at least for that window. So I'll, push back some of those people, and then there's a flux as soon as the mural is done, or any of these projects where I'm taken away from the drawing board. I'm then obligated to catch up. But it's rare that I don't have at least 1 or 2 things going on in some stage. But that may only be 2 hours of working on it today and sending it off for review. They'll get back to me in 2 days. Then I switch to the next guy, and it keeps going that way.